Just double check.
Oh.
Live.
Oh, dear.
I'll never live it down. Never live that one down, Arnold.
No.
It's me and Arnold holding the show tonight. Jeff's out.
No.
Do you want to go ahead and say hello to people in chat?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do that.
Do that first. We'll say hello to chat and then we'll get cracking.
Yeah.
Craig's been busy. I'm just whipping back up.
So am I.
Sketty known as anyway, she was in, but that was 3 o'clock. That was 5 hours ago. She was in.
Wow.
Hi, come back. Hi, Sketty known her.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Jeff P was in 15 minutes. Oh, Jeff P. Jimmy P was in
Jimmy.
45 minutes ago. Wow. Arnold's in. That's you, isn't it? Handsome
That
lad.
is me. Hi. Who else we got? Craig.
Silver Creek Aquatics.
Tommy.
Not Aquatics anymore. He's changed, isn't it? The Wildlife. Silver Creek Wildlife.
Yep.
And Adele's in.
Hi, Adele.
Collaboration of Curiosity.
We have Juggler. Evening.
Hi, Juggler.
We've got Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil is in the house.
Hi, Evil. I should say now because I'll get called Mini-Me.
Hi, Andrew.
Gil's in.
Yep.
While the cat's away, the mice will play. That's us too. Squeak, squeak.
Fish Northwest is in. Hello.
Yeah. Sweet Acres is in.
Fathom. Hello.
It's Alex in, is he? Hey, ho.
Yeah.
YO is Ellen. Wait. Hello. Aquaballs.
Yeah.
We haven't got much planned for the night. We're just going to have a bit chat.
Yeah.
We're going to ask Arnold about why he's got 2 bandages on his hands. Trying to impress girls at a young age. That's what it was.
Was indeed.
He's going to his first committee of the night and he's going to put the jelly beans on. The fight with.
Oh, dear. Do you know, I haven't spoke about this for years.
Yeah.
Because it just sends shivers down me. So it was back when the summer holidays were 8 weeks. They were 8 weeks. Summer holidays.
We never had weeks up here. Mind we always had 6 weeks, but we had an extra 2 weeks mixed in.
Yeah, we had 8 weeks. So I thought on the last day, meet up with some mates, go down a hill, jump some ramps, which were made out of wood and bricks. And I decided to go right to the top of the hill and come down like a bat of hell and go up the first one and then pedal a bit more to go up the second one, and I could easier just been Superman.
Yeah.
And then the bike tilted like that, and then also landed on the floor like that and slid, and I was about, a few centimetres away from the main road.
Yeah.
And where the clogs are for your gears, that smacked me right on the back of the skull.
Alex.
So I got an indent.
Yeah. I've got an indent on the top of my head there with a flat part where I took off the top diving board and just forgot to try and arch my arms, so I come like that. Just went straight down.
Oh, dear.
Cracked my head on the bottom, had to get dragged out the swimming pool.
Juggler.
So, did you impress the girls with that then?
No.
No.
They thought I was a fleeting utter prat. Yeah. Never mind. So that was 8 weeks holiday for the summer holidays, and then I had another 14 weeks off.
Because you couldn't
Yeah.
go to school. That.
No. But he sent all the work back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, sent all home. Great, lovely. Cheers, school.
Yeah. Didn't do that nowadays. You never
No.
got. I got practically no homework, me.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. I used to get like four pieces a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like some of them had to be in like Thursday the same week.
I should rephrase that. I didn't do no homework.
No.
But I didn't used to do it because there was no penalty, really.
Ah, Brian, hello.
Hi, Brian. So, me and Arnold's taking the show over tonight for Jeff. Jeff's wife's not well. She's been sick a lot lately, so he's taking a little bit of a break. Hopefully he'll be back for next week. Hopefully. We need a quiz or a bingo. I wish I had the technical savvy to actually put in a quiz.
Yeah, I haven't got that.
The only thing is, Arnold, if we put it together a quiz, who would go and watch Andrew?
I know.
You know? He's put his business there, like, isn't he?
Yeah, I think ours would be the number one quiz of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Graham would be sitting there thinking, what the hell did we let these two on the telly for?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Vince. Vince is in the chat now. Hello, Vince. Yo-yo cupcake.
So you got any big plans for the fish room?
Just setting up my 4-foot racking system.
Yeah.
Got to get my discus tank set up.
So how many you got now? 3, is it? 3 you've got?
Yeah, I've got 3 at the moment, yeah. I've got 2, I've got 1 fully grown, and then I've got 2, like, kind of juveniles.
Yeah.
But I just want to get that up and running and get that bit of bogwood, which cost me 49 quid.
Yeah. Jeff comes back, no channel. There's no chance of it, like, we'll scare all his soaps off.
It's looking great.
It's looking great, Arnold.
So yeah, that's the plan, is just to get that up and running first.
Yeah.
Get that cycled, because they've been in quarantine for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So they'll be better off going into their permanent home as soon as.
Brilliant.
And then on the second row, they are 55 litres each. There's 3 tanks there, which I'm going to put my male betters in, and then just put like some diver fish in there as well.
Yeah.
Nothing too much. Hi, God. Yeah, and then, like I say, the bottom of the rack is going to be for my blind African clawed frog, and obviously the boys want to have triops, so
Right.
so I've got to do as I'm told.
Got to do as you're told, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 kids. Are you planning on having any more, Arnold, or is that it for years?
One more.
You planning on having one more, yeah?
One more, and then we can then enter a 5-side football team, then, can't we?
Yeah. You can enter quiz shows like the Prices, Family Fortunes.
Family. Oh dear. Nah, I'll probably end up being in goal near me.
Yeah. You've got a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I used to be a semi-professional bowls player.
All right.
Lawn bowls.
Lawn green bowls, aye.
Mm-hmm. You can see just up there somewhere, up top. They're all my trophies up there. Yeah, used to play for the county as well. So like for Suffolk, and then when I moved clubs, I then played for Norfolk as well.
Right.
And then, like on the seafront, we used to have like a big bowls tournament, and I got to the semi-finals. And then if I had won that and got into the final, I would have got £1,500
Good.
for a day bowling. So,
Yeah. Did you bottle it and not make it to the final then?
I did make the final. I had to mark it. I had to be ref.
You were there then.
Yeah, but I was too. I was. Oh, my club didn't like it because I took it too seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I was always taught: is to you go to win the game.
JT's, yeah.
Oh, hello, Jack.
I'm sorry for using the same tune as you did. It was a good tune, though.
Got Shane. Shane's in chat from Hertz Koi. Hi, Shane.
Hi, Shane, you all right?
I've got to say, I do like his koi pond house now.
I haven't actually seen it go. I tried to watch the live on a Sunday, and I take turns each watching one through Shane's and then one through Vince's.
Yeah, I did share his I think there's 3 installments, I think, of that koi house build. So definitely worth a look. Anyway,
Yeah, pop over and give him a sub because he's could do with it, couldn't he? I think we
yeah,
both could. Right on his boat. Pop over and give Shane a sub if you can.
definitely.
Yes, he is.
So, have you got any plans in
Yeah.
the coming weeks?
The reason why I got that nano tank rack set up is because I'm going to my first auction on Sunday. Quite excited. I've had a list of what could be possibly on sale. There'll probably be other stuff there as well. And if I come back with just plants, I'll come back with just plants. But I have got room now set up, ready, just to keep them in quarantine for a week or two.
You want some nice L number plex?
I'd love some zebra plex, but I don't think I'll pick them up there. That's for certain. Not with my budget a lot.
No.
Yeah. I've got a couple of things in mind just to finish off tanks that I've got half done. I mean, that tank there, I need to get that one finished. But I need to get a load more plants because all them plants I got off eBay have practically died. My fault as well as being crap, to be quite honest. Because they died off the crypts and things like that, they've never really grown back. But tell the truth, Mal, you're more excited to meet me and Juggler. Yeah, that's right. These two are going.
There you go.
Brian and Juggler's going. Yeah, I am. I got in touch with Paul today, and I says, "Can I just do some stock footage for the video?" And he says, "Oh, I'll ask the people, like the members, if it's all right." And I thought, and he says he had already discussed it on previous ones, and they weren't really happy with it with kids. And I thought, well, that's fair enough. You know, you can't really. It's a private event. You can't really just start filming whatever you want. So
Yeah,
I let it do before and after.
Yeah.
Of what I got. But when you watch other people's videos when they've been on like auctions and things that's all they tend to do. I mean, Graham from Aquarium Adventures, he never ever shows you the auction. It's always just, "Hello, everybody. This is what I bought." Isn't it?
Oh dear.
So I'll let her just join that crew of hello.
Come on.
Alright, so I've got a couple of things in mind. I'd love either one shrimp. There's some corridoras I'd like to get, up the carcass. Don't know if I'll get them or not. I'm a bit undecided what to do with this tank underneath the desk. Obviously, it's going to be a tank where I'm going to need a bigger fish because I'm not going to get down on my knees and hide under the thingy. I'll have to be watching a bigger fish kind of thing. mistakes made with this desk. I'm going to change this one out. I'll change that over as well. And in the end, I'm going to change this over, make a smaller one. I've made a desk suitable for the president, you know what I mean? It's nearly 4 foot wide. So
Tim's freshwater tanks is in. Hello, Tim.
how's everyone doing?
Doing all right?
I'm doing all right. It's just I'm only on coffee, so I'm a bit nervous. Yeah.
Jungle Gym Aquatics is also here. Welcome.
Yep. If you're expecting to see Jeff, sorry,
Mm.
he's not here tonight. It's too lame. It's too lame. He's taking over the night. So grab
Definitely.
your guns, America. We're on the way back to taking it back.
Have you ever thought about keeping jaguar cichlids?
Actually, you know what I was looking at today? I was looking at, because I was going through, obviously, through the list of potential what's there, and I was thinking about convict cichlids.
Yeah.
Just a couple of them, because you can have them in a Jack Dempsey, maybe in the 300.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about that. But it depends what turns up on the day, because obviously this is a list of probably what they've had coming through the doors in the past, and they've just like copy and paste the list kind of thing. Hopefully, there's
I've got a couple. Yeah, I've got a couple of jaguar cichlids. Yeah, they're really nice. At least Arnold's wearing a decent shirt tonight.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's going to be our year.
No, to beat our forces,
If you go convicts,
if you do convicts, you will never go back.
I think he's saying like if they breed, because I think they breed quite easily.
They do. I don't. That was on the videos. Can you keep them in planted tanks?
I would say probably like Anubius.
The big rubbery kind of plant.
Yeah, and then you can attach them to rocks and wood.
Oh yeah, Juggler's telling us the list they have published is what people have said they are bringing, but Saint Mim certain fishes aren't playing ball and refuse to get caught. Fair enough, yeah. Oh well, then. So what's on the list is what's going. Champion.
Nice.
So I've got my pick.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one I'm actually going to go for. Then I'll have to go through the list and make it a couple of options, and then just see what happens on the day.
Yeah. Well, hello, June. June's in the chat as well. Hello, June.
Hi, June.
Yeah, I don't know. What about Rams? Have you thought about Rams?
Yeah, Jeff's got a funny accent tonight. Oh, hello there, Donald. Howdly doodly 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 doo.
Have you?
To be quite honest, I'm really nervous about an auction.
Really?
I think it stems back to watching Only Fools and Horses when Mickey Pierce scratched his bum and put a £200 bid on a Ford Cortina. We'll keep you right. Yes, Brian.
Apparently, you sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, when I do the Graham's impression. Oh, hello, children.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about keeping Rams?
Actually, I was thinking about getting 2 German Rams ages ago for the tank upstairs. But you know, the top one, when I first done that one out, I was really pleased with it. But then with the bio rocking kind of thing, I just let it go. I just thought, well, I'm not really happy with the Escape. I'll get the test over with, then I'll strip it down and try it again. But I do want to be like, don't want to be, sorry. So I really went too Geordie there, didn't I? Do you want to be like, I don't want to be like MD fish tanks and ripping down tanks every 5 minutes just for a video. So it'll stay the way it's staying at the minute for a while. And then I'll concentrate on what's down here. Because I think the main plan now for me is trying to get them 2 tanks from upstairs downstairs.
Yeah.
And have all of it in the same room. And then I can always just say that heat the room, or because that seems the most popular way when you've got a fish room to heat the room, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't. Well, most of my tanks have got heaters in, so.
Wow. Your electricity meter, I must be doing that.
We put, because we're on like a key meter.
Right. Yeah, like a prepayment.
Yeah. And we put like £230 on for the electric. And we still have about 40 quid left to go on to the next month.
Right, so it's 240.
Yeah, so yeah.
100.
It's not bad.
Are you all electric, or you got gas as well?
We've got gas central heating.
Yeah.
But considering what we're running with like all the reptiles and like obviously all the fish tanks, I don't think it's too bad.
No, that is good when you think of what you have got running. Because I mean, if you had a hot tub in the back garden, you'd be running probably more.
Definitely. Who else we got? We have
Mandy,
yep. Hello.
Oh, and Stream Elements has kicked in. Can we give Stream Elements a Jeff voice for the night and read them out as Jeff? You do an impression, and then I'll do an impression of Jeff.
I can't really do an impression for Jeff.
Yeah. God, I'd live for taking the piss.
So, have you not thought about going down the African route?
That was a possibility, because I was thinking when I first done that one underneath was going to be for Malawi. It was going to be for them, but I don't know. As I'm watching other people's fish tanks and things, that I just think, do I really want to start that way, or do I want to go for, like I said before the show, 2 Tiger Oscars? Maybe to get that.
I mean, they do get quite big, Malawis.
Yeah, it's not so much the bigness; it's not being appreciated as much with it being underneath there. On, like I say, you got to get down to look of it. Didn't really think about it. And what I let it do is I let it reduce this desk width. It's only for a computer. It was supposed to be for us to work from home or downstairs at this office, but I had to pass the Wi-Fi saying the office was for her. But then I left the heater off to make sure she didn't stay down here too long. Hope she's not watching, or she'll see me plan. No, my office. But I think myself, I wish I hadn't made an office now. I wish I'd have just made it a proper fish room and just done a full wall. It would have been so much easier. But you live and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn by your mistakes and carry on. Hey.
Hi, Del. Yeah, JT is saying, how are you guys streaming on Jeff's channel? I haven't got a clue.
He's given me permissions to be on his channel, so if I'd done this, 2 seconds, type the message, it comes up as Jeff's typed it. So if it comes up, Jeff, thanks for reminding them. I really appreciate that. Just get guppies on Sunday, Mal.
Oh, really?
It's one fish that I do like the look of, but I
just really.
I do honestly. I like the look of them. It's just they're just not for me.
No, I wouldn't. No, I had them when I first started out.
I could get them banned. You're right, aye.
I had them when I first started out, but they aren't really my thing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone goes through it like a preference, don't they? When I first started, I just wanted to have corridoras. When I first started, corridoras and a few little tetras. That's all I wanted.
When I first started out, they said that guppies were an ideal starter fish.
Right.
They aren't an ideal starter fish at all.
Yeah.
Well, not in my mind anyway. And when I worked in an aquarium shop, I would not recommend them to anyone until like their tank had been running for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just find them fragile and overbred. To be fair.
I think me and Jeff are going to have a show about this, but do you not feel like most fish now are fragile and overbred in the hobby unless you're getting wild caught?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
I think that's why he goes for like his wild type betters and all that.
Yeah.
I think he goes for them. Yeah.
I mean, I know it'll be a hard thing to do, but it would probably pay you in the long run if you could get a fish from the north and a fish from the south.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just so you're trying to splice up the gene pool a bit rather than getting two fish from a fish shop that were probably brothers and sisters for many a generation.
Definitely. What's Adele saying? Yes, the genetics suck like betters. That's not very nice. I love betters.
Straight in your face.
Yeah. I love betters. What's wrong with betters? Oh. What else we got? Sweet Acres Koi Farm. Do any of you have a tank that represents your local waterways? I think I set up a tank using only river plants and fish.
Actually, I tell you who does do that is Ian from Aquarium Magic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He does a lot of that where he just goes and gets the pond weed and stuff like that, but he doesn't get fish from the local. He buys the fish, but just has all the hardscape and softscape from the local river source. Thing is, mine's the River Tyne, so actually I shouldn't put down the River Tyne because it's one of the best salmon runs in England.
Yeah.
Just
trying to find.
When I used to work down the shipyards, I didn't realise how big salmon actually got. But when I used to drain the dock, the ship used to turn into dock, and then they used to drain the dock, and sometimes it would like corral salmon in with the boat, sort of thing.
Okay.
When the boat comes in, and obviously when they drain the dock, you've got these massive salmon flopping about on the bottom of the dock. And I still didn't think they were that big, but we used to get them, and because they were endangered and they were trying to bring them back into the Tyne, you weren't allowed to actually do what you were doing. But
okay, yeah.
What we used to do was used to get a couple of them and take them to the fitting shop and chop them up, and hopefully the tag wasn't in your big steak of salmon when you got home. Otherwise, the and your door come to collect it. So yeah, but I cannot believe how big they were actually, because the lad went down the dock. I'll show you how big they were, right? So I'm like 6 foot, just under 6 foot. He had them by the gills like that, and he was the same size as me. And
Wow.
On the ground. And I went, eh.
Wow.
First time I'd ever seen a salmon, like a fully grown salmon. Quickly whacked over the top of the head, chopped into steaks, and dished out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get a load of freebies from the shipyards.
Are you still going on the pond? Still doing the pond in the back garden?
You know what it is? I'm going off the idea now because it faces onto a street. You know what I mean? If it was a back garden onto a back garden, I might say yes. But it's because it's on someone can just jump over a fence that's only that high kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of money to have swimming in the back garden for it to go missing.
Mm.
and that's been putting us off. That and the fact that it's a south-facing house, but the back garden's in the north side of it.
Okay.
The front garden, there isn't really a front garden. There's a little bit of gravel in a driveway. That's all it is. But yeah, I'm starting to go off the idea of getting a pond. I'd like to get it. I probably wouldn't, if I am going to get one, I probably wouldn't go for koi because I'd be scared of them getting pinched.
Yeah.
And also living right by the town, you get a load of seagulls and a load of birds that would just predate on them all day long. So it would always have a net on the top.
Yeah.
Unless I was sitting in the back garden.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd love to get one. Are you still thinking of getting one? Or?
Problem is, I've got so much in the back garden at the moment.
Big
yeah, Aisha Pond.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alex showed us a picture that it was 2 days ago. The biggest baisha that's been found.
Okay.
See if I can find it.
They are cool fish.
It looked like an alligator with its legs chopped off. It was that big.
Oh, wow.
He did send us it. I'm sure of it. I'll see if I can get it.
There's a what was that? A wolf fish. You want to get one of those. That they are lethal. Absolutely lethal. Yep.
2 seconds. I'll see if I can up there. Or if you can see it.
Oh my days. Good grief.
It's like a crocodile with its legs cut off on it.
Wow.
Aye, I'd hate that being ambushing me little winkies it's swimming through. Big pike, take that off. Doesn't have to be a big pike, man. It can be a small pike as well.
But yeah, a wolfish is a nice fish to have, but you can only have that alone in a tank because they are absolutely lethal.
Take a ring out, will they?
Yeah. You can only feed them on live food.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, feed a goldfish and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all you can feed them.
Would you ever do that?
No.
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 I'd probably do it, but I wouldn't be the kind that films it because you see loads of when they're just hiding them in for fun, aren't they? Just to see them on the tank, just to make a video and everything. I wouldn't be doing that, but obviously, if a fish needs to eat a fish to survive, I would I'd probably do it more. I know you're against culling, but if I was culling, if I had a big batch, then I would. But then it depends how far I would be going with the cull, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times when you're watching the koi channels, they seem to be just culling for colour sometimes. You know?
Yeah, a lot of people, I think Shane has mentioned, he sees a lot of people feeding their red-tailed catfish.
Goldfish, yeah, there's loads of that, isn't there? Yeah. I mean, we know what goes on, but it's the videos I can't stand watching.
We had a red-tailed catfish up at the aquarium shop where I used to work.
Yeah.
And it literally was like that. It was huge. And we went down to the local fishmonger and bought him a big place fillet. And then went like that and just dropped it in and he just gulped it. The whole lot in one.
Gone.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't agree with the live feeding, but I know I think it is banned in the UK, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's banned. I thought it was. Well, why do they still feed a fish?
Around my area, we don't have no feeder fish or anything.
Do you not?
No. Maybe it's different in different counties. I don't know.
Pass. I may be just looking at dodgy old goldfish and thinking they could feed a fish.
Yeah.
I should maybe look at the price.
Yeah.
That would dictate whether they were feed a fish or not. That's for certain.
I was going to say goldfish nowadays, they're getting quite pricey now. Goldfish are.
They're getting a bit more fancy than when we used to go at the fair and win them. That's for certain.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, oh, hello. What's Chris in chat? Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Just popped in to say hi and give a like.
Nice one.
Well, just me and Arnold in the night.
We're getting through it. We're getting through it.
And I wish I had had a drink.
Dear. Have you ever thought about keeping rainbow fish?
Yeah, I haven't, no. But
No? Like those Marnie rainbows?
yeah, because I seen them and them were on the list. I'm just trying to think of some nice looking tanks I've seen lately. I was watching George Farmer's the day with his African cichlid planted tank.
Yeah.
I was watching that one. Obviously, what he says is planted tank, but it was just all Anubias, like you say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nubius. Yeah, definitely.
Some ideas of what else we could maybe score, but it just seems like it's all Anubias. I don't mind because I like Anubias, but it's pointless doing that on a dirted tank and then putting Anubias in. That's for certain. That's a waste of space.
Yeah. I
So,
think.
have you ever done a dirted tank, Arnold?
No.
No,
Nope.
not interested.
Doesn't really. Don't really interest me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got two, but I wish I just had one now.
Yeah.
I think I got away with it quite all right with that one. I think I should just quickly show you. Do you remember when I was telling you when I had got the phosphorus plant to try and get rid of some of the stuff I was just feeding the cyanobacteria because I had loads on the bottom. Look how clear it is now. It's like a beach.
Right.
So it's got rid of quite a bit of the nutrients, at least the phosphorus. So it is starting to look good. So that one's looking good. I don't want to show you the one down the bottom because I've never seen that much algae, but that's my own fault because I've just put it on the back burner too long. I need to get in and get started. But it depends on which tank I'm going to do because I've got the substrate for the bottom one. I've got one heater that can go in either one of these tanks, so it depends on the fish I get, is which one's getting done.
Chris loves the Nubius. Yeah. I do like the Nubius as well. Especially the bowl tree. That's really nice. That is. And booners don't like Anubius. I think you need to come. You need to come to mine then, Brian, and have a word with mine because they take the Anubius. They've eaten that, but they leave Cryptocoryons and Java.
All right.
So,
Coral,
yeah. Hi, Coral.
At least with Jeff no showing, we don't have that. Yeah, that's right. He's beep. Actually, Arnold's got it. Have you fixed your smoke alarm? Because yours was busy doing that the other week, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I put a new battery in it.
Yeah.
I've turned the mains off.
Right. And reset it.
On and off. And I've reset the thing, and it's all beep.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go then, Caro. I've got something to take his place for the beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, but your booners are weird. Yeah.
A GT.
I'm weird as well, so.
I would imagine they would probably pick off the younger leaves on Anubius quite easy.
They actually went for the rhizome.
Right.
Mm.
Unsub and due to beep.
Not very nice. To be honest, that's probably been like that for, 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yours has been like that for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, you're as bad as Jeff. I don't know how you...
I spoke to my landlord about it, and they've even, like, put fresh new battery in, done everything I've done. And, yeah, it doesn't do anything.
When it comes to hearing things, like, I'm like a dog. I can hear, me heaters upstairs, the Chinese ones I got, the first ones I ever got, still work, but I can hear when they turn on and no one else in the house can hear them, but I know straight away when they're on.
Oh.
Like a hound dog listening.
Yeah, well, can't expect much more. The Mbuna's dad supports Arsenal. Yeah.
He's an M Guna.
So I take it that Brian supports Man U. I'm going for Man U.
Very much doubt it. Yeah, high pitched. Coral's the same. High pitch hum. You know, we had a load of trouble at the metro station with kids hanging out at the metro station causing trouble. We've got like a metro train tram thing that goes around Newcastle and that. So what they've done is they started playing high pitched music, classical music that only kids could hear.
Okay.
Away from the metro station, and I could hear it. At 40-year-old, I was like, "Can you not hear that? Can you not hear the classic music playing?" No, can't hear it. It was only me and the daughter could hear it. The wife said, "No, can't hear that." Thank God. In a train station called Shayamore, to try and chase the kids away from causing trouble.
Yeah. There's the kills me, but it works on smoke.
Mind, I've just put some cucumber in the 2 tanks upstairs for the plecos, and I just put a spoon through it just to keep it weighed down. And you know what, like how they're eating it, rasp like that. Well, the spoon was on the side of the glass, so it was like me. That noise, and it was the bristle noses having a good gnaw on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Douglas, a Man United supporter. Whoa. Living in the northeast.
Oh.
There's quite a few of them over in Gateshead area. Like, is that where he's from, Gateshead?
God, it must be a struggle to be a Man U supporter. Christ.
Well, they do live all over the world.
They're a poor old team at the minute.
Yep, and the wheels have definitely come off Newcastle, that's for certain.
Yeah, to be fair, you're doing all right.
Yeah. Consider we haven't really bought much, you know what I mean? We've not dominated the sales market, any of that, but I think we've done all right with what we had and what we had brought over from basically when we were struggling. How do we all feel about Wimbledon? I did. I love the strawberries. Strawberries and cream. That's as far as I like it.
No, I'm not a fan of Wimbledon. Definitely not.
Brian, aye, that's right. Brian's from Scotland, but he's moved on to the north.
Okay.
Same as Mark.
Ray Rovers.
Same as Mark Knopfler. He was from Edinburgh and moved down to Whitley Bay. Doesn't live there now, mind.
Yeah.
So, when you're planning on having more kids, and I'm not forcing you and Safi together tonight, mind. So, I'm putting you in the tank and just leaving you there till he's breed.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully in the next year. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Because there isn't much of a gap between Junior and Reginald. There's only like a year.
Yeah.
And then we would like probably be about a 2 year gap then. I would have thought. So yeah, in the next year, be all right. Then that's it. Then no more.
Well, yeah, that's what he's on about when he's on about the original Crazy Gang. When he was on about it, Wimbledon, with John Fashanu and them.
AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Oh. So how are your angelfish doing?
Yeah. Well, I have to do another video on it, but I haven't been that successful at breeding them. I think I've got 10 left out of all them fry. So, mistakes, I know the mistakes I've made, so I'll just not make it the next time.
What have you been feeding them?
They've just started going to flake. Now they'll take flake if I crush it up.
Okay, yeah.
Just baby brain shrimp. But because they dwindled so fast, I thought, well, it's pointless even putting a hatchery on for what I've got left. You know what I mean? So I've just been in the little jars of the, when you buy the little jars.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy for them. But they're onto flake now. Proper little triangles. One come to the surface the other day, and you can actually see the stripes in them if they're so they're coming along all right. Depending on what I pick up this weekend, depends on whether they come down this weekend or they wait till next weekend to get the grown on tank.
Yeah. I mean, it does take a lot to.
You know, my biggest mistake was, when I thought I was being clever by draining the water out the top of that filter back into cause the water to flow through.
Yeah.
I should have just put it, which I've done now, of the output of it, which is cleaner water because it's been through the filter. So I was sucking water out the dirty end back in. You'll see, Joe. That's probably the reason why.
How often did you do water changes anyway?
On the tank itself,
or on like the hatchery bit where you kept them?
It didn't, because it was just getting recycled from the tank. So when I'd done the tank, it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was doing a water change every 4 days on the tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I try on it with it being a planted tank. I always just try to keep it under 20, but above 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always try to do. And that works out at doing 20% every week. So I had done the extra one just to keep it that down close towards 10 and 20 while away in there.
Yeah.
But lessons learned, really. I know the next time. The only bad thing is now they've decided when they're breeding up the corner of the glass.
Yeah.
So I kind of get the eggs out. They're not breeding on something I can pull out.
No.
So I've had 3 batches where these ones have been growing where I can't actually pull. So.
Okay.
But next time, definitely.
Yeah.
Start. Now we have more than 3, exactly.
Well, you've still got 10, so that's
I've got
good.
10 strong ones. So if you went into like nature-wise, that's probably what you would have out of a batch of angelfish eggs, any case in the wild, because most are born just to be predated on, so the stronger ones have a chance of getting away, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it by saying I'm following nature, but it's not. It's being my just stupidity. That's what it is. Proper stupidity. I should have realised taking the water out that side. I mean, it's still clean because it went through like a pre-filter before it went down and up and through that filter. So it had been like pre-filtered. But when you see the video, I think they'll probably come out maybe the next week or this week or something like that. Who knows? But when I finish doing that video, you'll see the container I've got them in floating in the tank. That's manky. After a week, it's manky. Now I've took it from the outgoing side. It stays clean for 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
I was getting monkey scruffy within a week, and I always take it out, pour them into a different dish, give it a clean, put it back in, and it was the same the week after.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
when my blue Acaras, when they breed, I do a water change every 2 days.
wow,
Yeah, and that's normally four buckets of water out and then four back in.
right.
Yeah, it's just because they're messy.
So your discus, are you finicky with the water for your discus, or
The discus, when I brought them, they were in a pH of 8.
yeah,
I brought them. So I've now put them in a tank, and I've now put Indian almond leaves in.
and you're gradually bringing it down?
Yeah, I'll just bring it down to 7.5,
Yeah.
and that bit all right. They seem to be doing all right.
Would they not just prefer your tap water, because you've got tap water like 6.5, and
Yeah, the funny thing is, it comes out of my tap at 6.5, but as soon as I put it into a tank,
right,
it goes up. So I don't understand it. I've even asked my friend over the way, and he can't explain it either.
so is it your substrate or is it plants?
It's got to be substrate or like the rocks, pebbles, and stuff like that. But hopefully, with this new bit of bogwood, that'll leach all the tannins out and everything, and that'll bring it all down. But they're doing all right as they are. So
Yeah,
Jack, he's been giving me a lot of advice in regards to the discus. So because it's my first time having them.
Jack's had them a while, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a proper discus breeder, isn't he?
Considering that his age, Jack's done really well, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, hands down.
He's going to be the next big thing in Europe for YouTube.
Yeah, well, you think how when he first started with like his first order of fish, he only had like a few bags. Now they're getting more and more now, aren't they?
Palletfuls now when he gets it.
Yeah, I think he's doing really well, bless him.
He's like the perfect antipode to catfish, isn't he? Because Craig's catfish.
Yeah. He's
Craig's catfish down there. Hey, Jack,
I do like when Craig tells Phantom off. Yeah. I do like that. Yeah.
I love that video when he was chasing the burglars down the road like with Phantom. I love that one when you had that one on.
I think the Phantom wanted to go out, obviously go to the toilet and all that, and he just kept messing around, and Craig was like, yeah! Oh dear. Yeah, he just kept messing around.
Did he see? Yeah, did you see his picture when his hair trippers?
No.
Broke halfway through a haircut.
Ooh. Ooh.
He looked like Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
Fagin.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fagin of Oliver Twist.
Ooh. Oh dear.
You had little bits there still hanging down.
Oh my days. Just watching my giraffe hat that's going absolutely nuts for some reason.
You should put your camera on and show it.
Well, I've got my phone, but the problem is I can't then see the chat.
Right.
So it's alright. It's alright. You want to get some rummy nose to go in that angelfish tank. They look nice.
I was thinking about, the thing is, because obviously once all this is over with and I'll go with escape them kind of thing, I was actually thinking about doing like a blackwater tank, tank, all that sort of stuff. But I was thinking about getting rummy nose for the blackwater tank.
definitely.
Everyone would say, "Oh, get Cardinals and get Neons and stuff like that."
Yeah, don't get neons.
No, I would get Cardinals. I've got Cardinals upstairs, but I think they would do better in a lower pH down here in the
Mhm.
black tank than they do upstairs. I mean, the fine upstairs, don't get us wrong, they're all fine, but I'll not get the breed upstairs.
No.
Not in the 7.5, they'll not. Fish power.
Ooh, hopefully Phantom stops weeing inside. Nice.
Mhm.
He's a big dog. Big dog's gonna have a big wee.
Yeah. When he pees up the side of your tanks and you've got to try and get in to get it cleaned.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. No.
Jeff must have added a load of new stream elements because these are all new ones coming up.
Yeah. So, anyone in chat got any questions for us?
Nothing too hard for me, but Arnold's the man for asking him any hard question you want.
Oh, we should never said that now.
Yeah. Get him?
Oh, yeah. Brian saying the size of your angels, rummy nose will go down like spaghetti.
There. Two of them, the two males there are quite big. That one there just popped out. When he's like fully expanded, he's probably about the size of my hand.
Yeah.
But you never really see them like that because they're always tucked in like they're going to fight. But the breeding pair are actually the smaller pair. These two, yeah, fight like hell. There. But they're not part of the breeding pair, so.
Right, we got our first question from Brian. Why do you support Arsenal?
Is that your first question, is it?
That is, why do I support Arsenal?
Is it your local team?
But Arsenal?
I wouldn't imagine it is living where you live, like.
Nah. I was brought up in a family who supported Liverpool.
On the
And
on the East Coast.
yeah.
Oh wait.
So supported Liverpool, and then when we got to about like 8 or 9, two of my brothers ended up going to support different teams.
Right.
So I had one brother go to Chelsea,
Uh-huh.
and then my other brother, he went to Man City. And I don't know. I just fell in love with Arsenal. I liked Arsene Wenger. That was back when we had like Lee Dixon as a defender, and David Seaman and Henry.
Who's been your favourite ever player?
I've got to say it's probably going to be Henry, probably Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
Yes. And I've been to the Emirates. I've been to the Emirates several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have seen Newcastle play at the Emirates as well. I've seen Barcelona. They're the nicest fans you could ever meet there.
Are they?
Yeah, Barcelona fans. Yeah. I've even been to Arsenal Man City when Adebayor celebrated in front of us.
Well, I've been to Leeds when Newcastle played Leeds.
Ooh.
And I got a ticket, but it was a ticket in the Leeds end. So I had to keep my top zipped up, sitting in the lower pack stand. Of course, Alan Shearer scored a couple, and I think we beat them 4-0 or something like that. And I had to sit on my hands to stop us jumping up and cheering. Sitting there like a plum in the Leeds end.
Oh dear. But no, I have been to an Arsenal Tottenham game before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nice. That is not nice at all. I think I was about 2 seats away from the Spurs fans.
Yeah.
I was getting spat on. I was getting drinks chucked over me.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. We obviously went 2-0 up, so we were all giving it all back to them. And then this was the days when Arsenal tried to walk the ball into the net. So we ended up losing 3-2. Yeah. So if you don't give much about the game, just go on to tune. It's a great piss up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be fantastic. I was up there, was it 3-4 weeks ago? It's all changed, Brian, from when I used to go. I was like walking into just doors that are now houses. You see, I think it's still a bar. The big market, it's practically empty. The big market, it's the side streets off the big market now that's got all the bars in. The big market itself has got next to none in.
Mm.
And that used to be fantastic night out.
What's the capacity of the St James's Park?
54, I think. 54, I think, something like that.
Because I know you have that massive stand, don't you?
Yeah. The last time I went, I was in the last row and I could touch the ceiling. I was in the last row.
Oh my days.
It was just like watching little Subbuteo players kicking around.
It's good experience though, to go and watch games like that. We think
are you two lads into sports or because a lot of lads aren't. I never really got into sports until my older brother. I've got 3 older brothers, but our Kev, he was like one of them kids that's like naturally good at every sport he ever touches. He picked up a golf club. He was like a 12 handicap after the first round. You just think, hold on, how do you get away? He's just one of them. But me, sports didn't really come natural. I like them, but I've always struggled with it.
Brian has said they're talking about upgrading St James's Park.
Yeah, I am. I think that's what Mike Ashley done. He sold all that land on the other side, so they couldn't. But you know that St James's Terrace that's behind. Suddenly, someone has bought up all the houses on that street. So maybe it's the consortium's bought out all them so they can extend that side.
Fair enough.
Of course, they'll all be listed buildings, but that means note. The mysterious fire through the naked through that.
Yeah.
That's what tends to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like you see Barcelona now doing up their stadium. It's going to be 150,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
St James's Park capacity. I'll put it in. I'm sure it's 54.
Yeah.
Park.
I tell you what is an amazing stadium? The Etihad for Man 52. Yeah. The Etihad Stadium is a really nice stadium to go to, but it's not what you think. Like when you walk into the turnstiles and that, you think you're going to be on the bottom row, but you aren't. You come up into the top straight away.
So it's like a ball.
Yeah, it's all underground. Yeah,
all right.
It's nice, very nice. That was back in the day when £47 got you a ticket to go and see Arsenal Man City.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get that now.
No, you wouldn't.
Right, so we've got a question from Juggler. So back to fish tanks. What's the weirdest combinations you've had in your tanks? Ones that work and ones that surprisingly don't work.
This isn't allowed to be for you because I'm pretty new to it, so I've tended to just do normal stuff.
Yeah, for me, I think the weirdest combination I've got currently is a large tiger Oscar, a wolf cichlid, the Doveye, and a jaguar cichlid, and they hate each other, but at the same time they get along. So can't really ask him. You are?
They've all got a corner each.
No, they just kind of do a little bit of a shimmy and a little bit of tail slapping, and yeah, it's about that. It's all good fun.
Anything that had breeding angels. Yeah,
That's for you now.
breeding angels. Yeah, them ones upstairs, them were the worst. Because that was a mixture of 2 females and a male. Them were worse than the 3 males and a female I've got in the one downstairs. Them were no bother. The 2 males just had a bit bodgy, and the other 2 just went in the corner and done it. But the 2 were fighting. But the ones upstairs, the 2, I had to separate them. I had to take one of the females out because they were just constantly at each other, fighting over the male. But like proper vicious, you get up in the morning, there'll be chunks out of them, like.
Wow. What we got?
It's Coy's answered. Blue Akara with rainbows and angelfish. That's been his. Is that your worst combination? I take it, then, Shane.
Have you ever thought about keeping the pistos?
I haven't. Nah. I tell you what, I did see Golden Wonder. You know, can you remember a couple of weeks ago when I was trying to guess what I had seen in Mid-Head Aquatics, and they looked like lime green. Well, apparently they're called.
Are they called panchaks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden Wonder panchaks. That's what they were. So killifish. And I seen them on the list for the auction, so I was like, ooh, do I do it or not? Jeff likes his killifish. He's into them now.
I do like epistogrammas though, the double reds.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. And then you've got the Pangeros as well. They're really nice too. Wouldn't mind getting some whiptail catfish.
Is that the
Falawella?
They were probably about that long, but dead skinny on the back.
Yeah. So Shane has put that's what he's got now after they cleared out the tetras.
That's what I've got now after cleared out the tetras. All right for you.
So Shane, have you got a breeding pair of Acaras or a breeding pair of angelfish?
You ever had a fish go missing and you just could not find it for love nor money?
Oh yeah. It's crazy. He does.
I was fully expecting. I'd done that tank upstairs. You know, the one when I'd done it out to do the rocking. I was fully expecting to find a dwarf gourami hiding dead somewhere.
Yeah.
Never found it. Never ever found it. I had a big conch shell in it, and I thought, has it swum into there? So I cracked open this conch shell to see if it had. Couldn't find it anywhere.
No.
And it just went overnight. The only thing I could think of, it's jumped out and the dogs ate it as soon as it hit the floor. That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, I did have a group of rummy nose, and I've noticed I've only got 2, but then I looked beside the tank, because it's an open top tank.
Yeah.
They've jumped out.
Right.
So obviously there's been a bit of chasing going on. So I reckon they just thought, well, I'll jump out and I'll get away with it. So what we got here? Brian's put worst combo I had was way back when I didn't know any better. A better with Serpe tetras. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, definitely not. Serpe tetras are nasty. That's what they are. They're absolutely nasty.
I thought Serpe Am I thinking the right ones? I thought
Like a
Scorpions
reddy colour. Like a reddy colour.
were just like the red versions of what you call them, Phantom Tetras.
Yeah, they look similar, but they're a bit bigger.
Right,
But they are nasty. They're fin nippers.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Although saying that, the Phantom Tetras were pretty bad as well. They would just
Um,
fight all day long for me.
you know,
I had to keep them in a big number because once the numbers got down under 6,
mhm,
it was just like a free for all fighting each other. But when they were in
yeah.
the big show, there was always the odd two had to fight, and that was it.
What we got? Shane. I think 2 females and 1 male. And 1 male was attacked. So yeah, you might have a pair then. Once they start to breed, they will then go into a corner of the tank, and that's when they will lay their eggs on the glass, on rocks, on wood, and they will defend that area. But I've not known any fish to die from them attacking.
Yeah.
Because they deposit about 100 eggs normally.
Right.
Yeah. So what else we got? Is anyone in the chat marine saltwater?
Do you keep saltwater chat here? I think I've got one, haven't you? I think I've seen one of your videos. You were cleaning up the sump for
Yeah, I've had it before, but due to my local fish store closing down,
yeah.
I can't get the RO water.
Why do you need RO water when you've got 6.5?
Yeah, honestly, you have to have RO water for well, not RO water, salt water. You have to have salt water mixed.
Right.
Yeah, and obviously
6.5 because that would probably be ideal by the time you add the salt in.
yeah. I used to mix up myself, but like I say, once they closed, I couldn't get it anymore. So,
Douglas says Marine's got no pull for him.
No.
The only thing that takes for me is the colour, because when it comes to the coloration of fish, you can't beat salt. Unless you get them Buna and stuff like that and African cichlids.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest we're going to get.
But yeah, now I never kept marine before, but I went 400-litre tank.
Right.
I bought a whole load of live rock. I had a blue tang. I had common clownfish. I had a rabbitfish, starfish. But I found it a lot more easier, maintenance-wise, than I did freshwater.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I've got a like a cheap one off Amazon where when I was trying to be clever when I first started and bringing me pH down upstairs, I had bought one of them cheap Amazon with the 3 cartridges things in.
Mm-hmm.
Still over there behind the curtain. It seemed too much like hard work. And can you remember when I first done that crappy filter I had made upstairs?
What, that big one?
Yeah, and I had put a cat litter in and fluorite red, trying to make a big CB basket out of it and all that crap. Well, it says that it's neutral, but it's not neutral. It neutralizes. That's what it is. So it's a pH of 8 that brings cat pH of 6 back to 0 of 7. So it's not neutral. So I was fighting that, trying to keep the pH down for the fish in there, and I was keeping just going up to 8 all the time. And I finally realised it was that, and I thought, another mistake made. it out and it's in a bucket over there for when I get African cyclid tank and I need a pH of 8. I'll go in there, fill the
Yeah.
fuel.
Yeah. Well, you can, normally you can get the rock I've got in my Malawi tank that buffers the pH.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff, he gets the crushed coral and that.
Yeah.
For his.
Yeah. Shane, you're going to need not a hatchery. You're definitely not going to need a hatchery. You're going to need another tank. Because, yeah, they're going to be that small, they'll get through the hatchery, the fry wall. So you're going to have another tank and a sponge filter for them.
Oyster shell. Yeah, that's probably what he's using there. Koi.
Yeah. Yeah, you can buy the salt water ready mixed, but I don't drive, so and I'm not paying for another seat on a bus for the container.
Full of water.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh dear.
Do you never ever fancy learning how to drive, Arnold?
Well, I did. I took lessons in a automatic.
Yeah.
And within, I think it was 2 lessons, I was then driving from where I used to live all the way to like Yarmouth, which is like 2 places long. It's about like nearly 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
And he just said, "Stop. Why don't you take your theory test?" And I was like, "Well, because I need to learn everything else." He says, "Well, you don't. You've cracked it already."
Yeah.
But back then I was paying 75 quid an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I first started learning, it was £10 a lesson.
Yeah, I wish it was £10. Yeah.
Yeah. When I first started learning how to drive, it was £10 a lesson. And after my second lesson, he was quizzing us to think I was a twacker. With people in America, a twacker is someone that's taken without owner's consent when kids pinch cars. He thought I was in that kind of group where he thought I was that good. Put us in for me test, and I just froze on the day. Honestly, the instructor slapped on the brakes when I was coming up to he says I was coming up to a red light, but even him slamming on the brakes was skidded into the junction on an amber. And he turned to us and says, "I don't like amber gamblers." And then I was stuck on a T junction in the middle of lights, and I just felt a bit after that. And then had a test down Leeds because we moved down to Leeds for a bit, and that was a nightmare. I tell you, learning how to drive down Leeds, that was an absolute nightmare. And then I passed down Leeds, and then I haven't actually been driving that long. What, 25, 30 years?
Yeah.
So,
Well, we got Gill's Fish Room, grew up in the bush. I've never had a driving lesson.
yeah, you need to in the bush.
No.
You're not going to hit out there. That's for certain. I used to work with a lad, and he was a tank driver in Iraq, and he hit the only tree in Iraq. I always claimed to fame he hit the only tree of the tank.
Good days.
We used to take the piss out of him for it.
Has anyone in the chat got any very hard aquatic questions for Mal?
Aye. Yeah, Gil's got one about the atmospheric pressure of the Patagonian rice fish for breeding.
Yeah, that is
That's the last time when Jeff asked us any questions and the thing he says, "I've got a question for Mal." Yeah, you've got no chance of me answering that.
But yeah, definitely. What about shell dwellers? Have you ever thought about them?
Jeff was on about them the other day. He says, because we're discussing that tank underneath, and I says, "I'm going to need something big." And of course, Jeff says, "Get shell dwellers, get some shellies down there." Though thing is with that, I'm going to be constantly down watching them.
Yeah.
On our bench all day.
They're fascinating. They are absolutely fascinating. Tell you what, why don't you get an MBU puffer?
Oh, what's that like for hacker?
Yeah.
Nah. I like patties, but I don't know.
Be like a little water puppy.
Yeah.
Coming up to the tank always. Yeah. You wouldn't get bit off that. You wouldn't get bit off that like an Oscar.
Eating all the other fish in the tank. I think it's
To be honest, an MBU puffer you could have them in with cardinal tetras.
Yeah. I noticed Patty's got a load of smaller fish in with his. He put a like a live, what do you call it, crayfish kind of thing in with it.
Yeah.
And it probably made friends with it. He was expecting it.
I think it's all down to the individual personality of the fish.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would say, like, if you went down the Malawi route, is they're always going to fight. The Malawis are always going to fight.
Yeah.
And they will kill each other, and you'll end up with none.
Yeah. You need a load, don't you, to start off with the.
Well, I did that, and I'm now down to what, 15?
15, are you? Wow.
I did that 45, and literally they're just killing each other. So, but they're suffering different, aren't they? What?
Leeds is a killer to drive round. That's where I passed my test.
Yeah.
It's not so much it's a killer, it's the mentality of the people down there. They'll just walk out in front of your car like they've got every right just to step in the road and you have to stop.
Oh, that'd be my head in that.
Yeah. Forever slamming on the brakes. And they look at you like you're the daft one. I mean, I know the laws changed on like cutting across on junctions and that for pedestrians now with the new thing, but this is like 30 odd year ago. And they were like that then, 30 odd year ago.
Wow.
But even the one-way system makes Newcastle's one-way system look bad.
Thinking about a big fish, what about ghost knife fish?
Actually, nah.
None?
Nah. This is too much reading for me trying to keep up with what I need to learn. I just need to make nice and easy.
Elephant-nosed fish.
Nah.
No, you don't want them either?
Nah, too expensive.
We, my local fish store, get them in for 16 quid.
Elephant nose. I thought it was saltwater fish, elephant nose.
No, freshwater.
You get freshwater versions, do you?
Mm-hmm.
What did Joey, King of DIY, have? I'm sure he had one and it was saltwater. His girlfriend wanted it.
I have no idea. What about stingrays? Freshwater stingrays?
No. Just shouting out names now because there's no way.
They are something different now. Mal, apparently you need guppies.
Yeah.
Big tank for the guppies.
Got some guppies probably going to this auction, I reckon. I was actually thinking about taking the all my Bristol nose, but it's just too much things. I want to learn how to get on in the auction first before I try to sell stuff in the auction. See what the. And to be quite honest, Bristol noses are $2 a penny. I'd be lucky if I got 25 pence each for them.
Yeah, they give over the road. They give £1.50 a plec if you take them in.
Do they?
Yeah, £1.50.
Well, yeah, I know we Aquatics don't give you nothing. They just say that they're rehousing them. But they were selling the fish that I was going to rehouse there if I cannot sell them for £7.50 each. I know that's a bit steep for a albino Bristol nose. You joked me, or what?
Yeah, they say that they're going to rehome them and rehouse them. Yeah, they're going to take them back into the quarantine section.
Yeah.
grow them up a little bit, and then bring them back out, and then slap £12.50 on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. Just
You cannot say that, King.
no, Brian, come on, there, be nice.
King of nothing, DIY.
I must admit, I when I first got into the hobby, I did look up to him,
Well,
King of DIY. Yeah,
I like his DIY products. This thing when he's got to bring a fish out to beat the next fish, it's a bit like you shouting with Stingray to us and things like that. I just think, it's way out of my league, them sort of things. But he seems to just buy fish just for buying fish sake. And I tell you what I really don't like is when you never ever hear the fish again once he's had it. It's like, I don't think I've seen the octopi ever again.
I know he's got another fish room like in his basement, hasn't he?
Yeah. I don't know what actually happened because the last time I probably watched him properly, he was busy doing up his store.
Yeah.
And the next time I watched after that, he had lost it, but I couldn't be bothered to go and find out the reason why out of that. Because he's not the sort of bloke that would ever tell you the failures. He would only tell you the positives. He'd never ever tell you the failures or how he actually got there in the.
Yeah.
I was on
Thank you.
pause. I've hit that cable and it went off.
We were just talking about the Malawi's fighting, weren't we? I've now just seen one just rip the face off one of the others.
There you go.
Wow.
Then.
Wow.
So you do live feeding, you liar.
So literally, they are now having a feast.
Yeah. So you do live.
It wasn't me. I didn't do nothing to that fish. Oh dear.
Mate, I tell you what, like tetras, considering they're like related to piranhas, can get rid of a fish pretty fast, like your fish's body.
What, bug tooth?
Any tetras, them black widow ones. I had 2 gouramis and one actually did die after a while. And by the time I had fed it the day before, and then the next day, all I seen was its spinal column and its head left. The tetras had just took the bits.
Yeah, I know bucktooth tetras, they're lethal.
I think someone's on like the YouTube shorts, isn't he? Where he's got his bucktooth and he's always feeding them with live feeds.
Yeah, but it's not nice.
No,
but I've had piranhas before. Red belly piranhas.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where'd you get rid of them?
I took them over to my local fish store. Basically, they want a big tank.
Yeah.
And I could give them 240 litres, and that was, too small.
Yeah.
But you don't see them.
Yeah, they hide, don't they, most of the time. Every video I've watched, those hiding in the background.
Yeah, you put cube of food in, and they'll just come out gently, just take a little bit, and then dart back off.
Yeah,
they are. They're a bit boring, but I just thought, well, it's not fair on them being in such an environment which they aren't happy. So I've got still credit for them, so which was alright.
See that my like local LFS, I wouldn't mind jumping them there if they give us just like say even a little bit of knock off of whatever I buy next. You know what I mean? But they are the same.
They took some of my Booner off me. They took some of my bristle noses off me. Some Macaras, and they say, "Oh, we'll just knock it off your next bill."
Yeah.
and then obviously they've now put their names down for some of my betters. So, and I think they're paying like £5 a better, I think.
Right. How much did they sell them for, though?
Yeah.
About
Like,
30 each?
yeah, I was going to say they probably go for about 30 to £40.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got the koi.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, all they are.
White is something to do, go up a canny bit late, don't they?
Yeah. It's not being funny. If they're basically Galaxy.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're Galaxy betters. They aren't. The koi is just you get koi tuxedo guppies. You get koi mollies. You get yes. And all it is to slap this massive price tag on them.
Yeah.
But that's the barbs. Definitely ones.
You don't hardly see them up. Yeah, I've seen a few, but I haven't seen many, and they haven't been as good colour as yours and Chris's, and it always puts us off. I know the females are weaker in coloration, but
yeah, I think it all goes down on what food you feed them as well.
yeah,
I mean,
Chris's look like proper crimson red and black.
Yeah, his are mine are still in the juvenile stage. His are like fully grown adults. But it all goes down onto food, what you feed them. I mean, I'll put in my next order for frozen food, and I've got like Artemia or brine shrimp with aloe vera, brine shrimp with omega-3, brine shrimp with garlic and stuff like that, just to mix it all up.
Yeah.
Because anything with garlic in helps to get their digestive system going.
Yeah.
Especially with bloat. Because normally Malawis get bloat, betters get bloat quite easily, so it's best to just give them a little bit of garlic and that's
yeah.
Brief and honest. Oh yeah. There's an option for you here, Mal, a better sorority tank.
Do you think? Don't think so. Not for me.
You're not into betters?
No, not yet.
No.
I like nice, easy, simple fish.
They are easy.
I know.
They are easy.
Every time I go in the shop, you look at the betters and they look like they all died in the little tanks and they're just lying on the bottom.
It's because they haven't got no stimulation. They're bored. They're constantly bored. You can get better leaves now. What you can stick to the side of the tank. You can get better mirrors so they can see them.
Yeah.
See each other. Yeah. They just need something to do.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Something to fight, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to have quite a big tank for a sorority tank, to be fair. Like anywhere up from like 60 litres up.
What was Brian saying there? What was Juggler saying? Usually pet shops run on the rule of 3-4 livestock. E.g., if something costs 15, then you probably get 4 for 5, then put it in 5. Yeah, you're probably right, aye.
My when we had bearded dragons for sale,
yeah,
my pet shop took some over the road from us, and they gave us £35 a bearded dragon, like on livestock credit.
Yeah.
And when I went in there the next day, they'd put them up to £106. So it's like 70 odd pound profit they were making on them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you watch Blake's video on the difference of like American prices to English prices and stuff like that?
No.
wasn't really that. It was more of a joke video against Australian kind of fish breeding, American fish breeding, and how they get so much more in America than they do there.
Mhm.
But when you look at even zebra plecos, I know the dollars are a funny old one to try and work out Australian dollars, but they pay like £750 for a zebra pleco.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then when I was just daft little things like that, what was it? We've got orange lasers in this country and things like that, and gold
Okay.
lasers, Corys,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
they're quite expensive. But in America, they're next to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's that? What's that other puffer? The pea puffer. If you go and get any in Australia,
they're like $200.
wow.
One.
Yeah.
How can you have a flock of them? A flock. It's a shoal of
Yeah.
them.
They're aggressive little buggers and all.
School, isn't it? School them all the same, and shoal if the
Yeah.
if the
I've had a tank full of them.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and they've just killed each other.
all right.
Yeah. If you have a heavily planted tank with lots of side breaks, then sorority can work.
Yeah,
Yeah. You unfortunately you just get a female who wants to be the alpha male,
yeah,
and she's got something wrong in there, and she just wants to go around and harass all the other females, stress them out, and yeah, you end up losing them.
yeah. I'd say clownfish, aren't they? Because on clownfish, all males, but then one gets a bit more aggressive and turns into the female.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that. Not 100% sure on them,
yeah.
but so it's always the women causing trouble in the fish world. Then the £70 profit you have and the cost that they have running the building, taxes, food, energy. Yeah, definitely, because obviously they're going to have the heating on all the time for you, be the dragons, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. What's that jewelry channel? Something about a flower horn?
Yeah, I'll put it up for you.
Giant betters in a way. I've got a better too. Shrimp are good company for him. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put a flower horn with a better. That would be an expensive, especially if it's an expensive better fish anyway.
Alpha clownfish. Yeah. What is it? Change from male to female if the female dies. So Nemo's dad would have had to come on. Yeah.
Maybe it's not. Oh.
That's not what I meant.
Let's have a look.
Just the personalities to be solidarity remind me of each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there was one in Maidenhead Aquatics the other day. Obviously, there's not that many fish shops up here, so you don't get to see many big varieties of decent quality in shops in the north way, in my plot in the northeast, like North Shields and things like that. You do get some, but they're few and far between. The one up the road's just moved, and now it's moved. It's actually getting a load more in. There was an arowana. It's the first time I've seen an arowana.
You don't want one of them.
Yeah, but things I've just never ever seen. Seen a couple of baishas, or bicheurs, however you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I should have had Alex, and he would have taught us how to say it properly.
I think it's Baisha.
Baisha.
Yeah.
Some call them bakers. And some
Yeah, there's all sorts of names for them.
But I thought it was because they were discovered by French people, and they were called ambush fish, and French people would say ambusher.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say, if you say boucher or pêcheur, you're pretty close to what you're getting there.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
What about freshwater eels? Have you not thought of any of
If they're in some jelly and I've got a pint in one hand, mate.
them? Oh dear. Just think of more.
What do I think of the Royal Keys, Mal? It was bad. I'd say it's just moved. That's the one I'm on about, the Royal Keys one. It's just moved, and I think when it was limited on the size of what they could have for the fish size, you didn't get much quality, and it was pretty poor. That's the one where I went in with me corridoras. You could have quite easily said to us, "Oh yeah, there's a fiver." You know what I mean? There's a fiver off such and such. I give him something like 20 bronze corridoras, and he's went, "All right, cheers." I hid him in the tank and walked away. That went fair enough, but at the end of the day, I would have been stuck with them any case. I had too many in my tank. I had to get rid of them. And he did get me 6 original ones, so I had all new fresh ones in my tank after that. But what do you think of the Royal Keys? Last time I was in, they had moved, and don't know if it was just setting up. Yeah, it's starting to get better. It has got a few more varieties. The plants were terrible. Like when I went in, when I tried to rescue that tank down there, and I ran out and got extra plants. I went up to there to get some plants, and them were the worst than the ones off eBay, to be quite honest. But I think it's just hit you miss. They are starting to look better now.
I just normally get my plants like send in a list to my local fish shop over the road, and I know where they come from Holland.
Right.
They're called Aqualine.
Right.
And they are very good quality.
What about that company that's down there, like Bristol way? Is it? Can't remember what it's called now. Aqua Essential, is it Aqua Essential?
Oh yeah, Aqua Essential, yeah.
Have you ever tried them?
No, I've had a couple of goes on eBay, but they're like Pro Shrimp and is it K2 Aqua?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always go for. But the key to it is to have a really good light, and which I've found is to go for high quality plant fertilizers.
Right, like API stuff.
I wouldn't go. I don't recommend API. I'd go for CChem.
Right.
Yeah, that's proper decent stuff, and you notice the quality of the product within like a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
have I fancy trying doing CO2 or?
Not really, but it might be a good thing to try out, I suppose.
I'd be just poisoned all the fish.
Yeah. I mean, I want to try and do like another carpet and scapes, so that'd be ideal for that. But I might just do that like I've always done it, is like a dry start method.
Right.
So it's basically you build the humidity up in there, and then you seal it off with cling film, and then you just keep the light on there.
Right.
And then it does work. It does really well, but it's it's that gap where you've got to think, well, I've got to wait like a few months.
Yeah.
And I can't put nothing in there. And then after that, once it's ready, you then got to put your filter in there. You've got to let it cycle again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the strange one, isn't it? The cycling, because you have some stupid stories, don't you, about cycling your tank? Like, people would just water in bare bottom tanks cycling in a tank, and you think you're going to be cycling that forever if you don't actually add something to it to get it kick started. Like,
yeah. The way I cycle my tanks is Obviously, I put sponge filters in different tanks to obviously get bacteria growing in there, and I also use water life, back to life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bacteria in a bottle.
yeah.
I use that as well.
I'm lazy. I just tend to use a dirty sponge.
Yeah,
Give a filter wash out. Before I put the fish in, I always just like take my filter from upstairs or one from here and just totally wash it out in the tank. Leave it for a couple of days like that. Add a bit of fish food just to keep it going, and then just add the fish in after that. I've touch wood, not had any trouble yet, but
no.
you'll always find some trouble with every method you try. So that's the reason why there's so many arguments, because someone's had trouble somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, even fishing cycles are doable if you do it right.
Hmm.
It's you could do it with a single species, but you would struggle to do it with Mbuna when you need so many to start with.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Gil's Fish Room doing a dry start now for Monte Carlo and
Gil, you
HC.
videos done. I'm missing your sense of humour. I'm missing you busy than a wallpaper hanger with crabs.
Fans.
Yeah, that was one of his good jokes as well. You're gonna be a wallpaper hanger with crabs. One armed wallpaper hanger. That was it. I'll get it right in a minute. Sorry, Gil, I've just totally spoiled your joke.
Have you ever thought about doing a dry start then, Mal?
Nah, it's the first time I've actually heard of it. I have seen it, but I honestly just thought it was for like the likes of George Foreman, people like that.
You know the dwarf hairgrass you had?
Yeah,
That does really well in dry start.
does it?
Yeah.
I haven't had much luck, to be quite honest. I've ended up with the same kind of plants I got upstairs. Area, Amazon swords, Anubius. That purple waffle one, that should have died by now, but it's still hanging on in there.
Well, then, Alternaria. I think that's what it is.
You're gonna have to. Is that the purple waffle?
Yeah, try and get some more crypts. That's what you want.
Yeah, I'm quite liking the crypts, to be quite honest. Like, that one's doing really well. That's a flamingo. That one's doing all right.
Flamingo, pink flamingo, yeah.
Yeah. Even though I haven't put that bulbitis in properly, that's starting to come away. That's starting to come on now. I
That's
didn't
that all.
didn't realize the rhizome one, did I? And I had planted the rhizome.
You know that Anubius I've got in my tank, that big one.
Yeah.
I actually put that started off me putting the rhizome in the substrate,
Right.
and it's still growing.
It's still growing.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on the plant, doesn't it? Because when you buy some rhizome ones, the tuber's rotten before you even take it out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like mush, and you just think, well, this is going nowhere. And then you've got to wait 6 months for it to try and recover, and then sometimes it doesn't.
So Juggler's saying with the dry start method, you still go through the You don't with dry start. Don't you still go through the transitional stage after filling up?
Yeah,
I found that.
good question, because it'll be a bit like immersed and submersed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think you go through. You go like through a little melt back, but I don't think you go like really bad with some of the plants.
Craig's got new plants.
What you got? What you got, Craig? What you got? You ain't got crabs, have you? We're talking about plants.
Gil, you're right. I was actually talking to Arnold about lowering my lights. You know how I'd made them special sections in there to be 300 mil off the top of the tank? I should have maybe not even bothered and just had it lie on the top tank lights and had a decent lighting system. Still time. Speaking of lights, the two I've got upstairs are Night Crew ones.
Yeah, good one.
I haven't got a deal with Night Crew. I know that. I know Hager sends this stuff, but they've had no bother at all. But for some reason now, one of them, because they're both on the timer, and they come on at 10 o'clock and then they go off at 8 o'clock at night, something like that. One's decided to go into a different mode, so it starts off in night mode, and you've got to actually switch back onto day mode all the time now. So that's become a pain. So
maybe reach out to Night Crew. Night Crew.
So how do you do it? Did you just email them?
Yeah. Yeah, just email them.
Yeah. I tried. How did I email? I tried to strike up a conversation with Fluval, but they were having none of it.
Yeah, I didn't have any success with Fluval.
I tried to strike up a conversation. They cut us down straight away. Yeah, we'll watch your video.
Yeah.
For some reason, I put a crappy video on cleaning a Fluval 307 video, and it just went through the roof. And it is absolutely like, it's one of my first videos where everything's just left in. It's 40 minutes cleaning the filter.
Okay.
And for just some reason, I think it's got over 5,000 views, which is really good for me.
Yeah.
But I thought myself, I've hit the big time. Yeah, I'm going to get in touch with Fluval.
Yeah, there is plenty of other.
And I got back.
You want to try and get try and ask like Superfish. They might be interested.
I honestly thought that people just got in touch with you. Because you spoke up for us for Higer. And
yeah.
You put Nicole onto us. And at first I didn't realise you had done that. And I thought I had been headhunted by Higer. Oh, look at this! I've been headhunted by Hager.
I would definitely try and get a couple of lights from Hager. Yeah, get two different ones for that tank and the one on the bottom.
Yeah. I mean, that Sierra one there is good light, but if I had sent that one out to do a review on it, I had asked for that size delivery so it would fit in that slot. When I would have got the next size up, I just sat on the tank if I was going to get it again.
Yeah,
because it is just dark spots on both sides. I had two tanks there, two lights running a few weeks ago just to see if I could rescue them red ones, but out.
Problem is, you find with the high colour intensity, you're going to need a lot of iron.
Right. Could I get away with just adding fluorite red? Straight, because that'll be high enough if it's red.
To be honest, I've only used liquid iron.
Liquid iron, like a fertilizer additive.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see what. Hi there. That video, the Fluval 307 canister cleaner one, still gets 372 views every month. And it's been it's been out since last year.
Wow.
And it's compared to the videos I'm doing now, it's really bad. But I'll tell you what's had in its lifetime. 5,900, which is probably one of my top 3 videos.
Okay.
Most only if I get like 200 to 400 views. But that one, for some reason, just went stupid. Must just be the subject.
Ryan has said MD fish tanks probably cornered the market for superfish. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Wolfish addicts.
Cool.
So if you need any help, me
Well,
and Mal are here.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going soon. Just remember to turn the lights off when you're finished, Arnold.
Yeah. I was going to say, we aren't doing too bad. We're 5 minutes off 2 hours.
Yeah, we should be calling it a night, really, because we have dragged this out. We could have really fitted all this into an hour. Try and work for the Jeff Peloton.
Yeah.
And we're sending a love down that well.
Brian has said he's needed help for 40 years.
40 years, eh?
An old lady at the bank asked me to help check her balance, so I pushed her over.
For a video.
That'd be a good short.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, should we call it a night?
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
See it.
It's been good. Been good.
Considering we didn't have a topic. You've never shut up the night, Arnold.
I know. Well,
makes the time fly over when you do talk, like, even though we've talked rubbish most of it.
well, it's nice to, obviously to interact with people in the chat, and then obviously this then goes on Jeff's channel and everything. So
you'll be complaining about the views tomorrow, though. Christ, what he's done!
I'll make sure I turn the phone off.
Yeah.
Dear.
So now it's just going watching every device I've got upstairs, just so it looks like we're all really popular.
Oh dear. Well, everyone's saying goodnight to us, and Brian's saying there's still no excuse for supporting Arsenal. Well, never mind. But yeah, thank you for everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
I think me and Mal did an exceptional job.
Well, you did. I've been nervous all night.
Why?
Because I haven't had a drink.
I was thinking about having a nice glass of red wine whilst on stream, but
Take it up a notch with a nice Chianti and some fava beans.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Well, we'll call it a night and we'll say good night to you all.
But remember, feed your addiction.
Feed your family.
Yeah.
And feed yourself. Jerry Springer's final thought.
Yeah, it was.
Right, we'll speak to you all later. Ta-ra.
Bye.
End stream.